he actually has a couple of samples here with him, so he's going to come up. It's your turn.
Well, anyway, first
so this is Lauren Doyle.
Yeah, the best thing about digital is the time savings factor. The old way used to be so painfully hard and labor intensive. For instance, on Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark and the early ILM films, the camera, you do your rotoscoping under the camera. So you'd have a hard pencil, and you'd have the camera top, and you'd be drawing the matte frame at a time. And then you'd take that pencil and ink it, and then you'd take it and black out the area, paint it or whatever, and then put it back into the same camera and shoot it. So each shot could take like a week and a half to 2 weeks just to get like 50 frames of a matte done. And then ILM kind of progressed a little bit, and they developed this thing called photo roto. So we'd get a pre-composite, and this is like from Back to the Future. You'd get a pre-composite of each frame, and you would make your drawing from this. And I was doing effects animation on these shows. So when the car was taken off and lightning bolts and things like that, you'd have these pictures to draw your animation to, and then you'd reshoot the animation. But on Empire Strikes Back, they also had a lot of just plain old garbage mattes because of all the track shots that would be going down. Everything that you didn't want would get matted out. So you'd make these big block mattes frame at a time. And the same thing, you'd take the print and draw the matte, shoot it at whatever frame, change it, paint it, and then put it back on the Hicon film, and then the optical people would use it. It just, this is from Ghost. We had an effect where he puts his hand through the glass, and then he kind of, it absorbed him. And so each frame had to be drawn, and each frame had to be inked, and we had like a staff of like 30 or 40 people that were doing both animation and rotoscope work, frame at a time. And then when digital work came, the first one I worked on was Forest Gump and Casper. It was so fast to sit there in Matador and make these little pixel points and then render it like right in front of you. It's not nothing. It was incredible just to see your matte actually just get made, or your effects animation get made in 2D land so fast. And all I can say is it's just it's great. I don't think it's as hard as it used to be. So digital work has really been a great thing. Go ahead.
Could you describe the process of doing effects animation?
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Here. Right. Well, sure. Because sometimes, in this shot, we had to have a matte for the sky, so there was somebody made that matte. I was just doing the animation, but let's say in this shot I had like maybe 64 frames of the car, and I would be drawing. Like you mentioned, keyframes, and that would be two. But I would just start with a drawing. Maybe I'd do it on every 5th frame, and draw the effect, and depending on how fast it was, because most of the effects were like 5 and 6 frame bursts duration-wise of the was supposed to be a force field, and it kind of came up like bent back over the car, if you remember. And
would you draw
I would draw on paper
effects for that one?
Yeah. Here's the other reason I have these photo rotos is I used to have to flip as I drew. I'd have a piece of paper for each frame, and I had a pencil drawing of the effect. And then we would shoot pencil tests on a video camera at a time and get that approved. Then we'd ink it. And then at first, we used to do our own color elements.
Oh.
And then we'd do color prints. And like in Dragon's Lair and Raiders of the Lost Ark, the fire I animated coming out of the box, when we opened the box, those were all, I would make a window, and then I had an orange and a yellow filter under the camera and a fog filter, and then I would shoot it frame at a time and make the color element that the opticals would burn into the plate. And then they switched, I've forgotten what film, they switched to doing Hicon so that optical can control the color and the diffusion. Color prints were sometimes the way, well, they were positive image for one thing, and they pick up dirt and things like that, so it was just optically more efficient to have all the elements be Hicon elements that were animation or rotoscope.
So you just ink it to get the high contrast, and then use that in its inverse?
Yeah, right. If in terms of this, it would have been like a a solid black image thing like that, you know. And then the reverse of that would be a white window that optical would put yellow or white and fog through.
Optical would be the guys that are doing optical compositing.
Right, that composite, right. Optical's, that's actually, the credit I have on Empire Strikes Back is for doing the lineup, which is setting up all the shots for opticals and doing all these count sheets. It's just like doing exposure sheets, or I don't know how to figure it. There's not a real digital, well, compositing and digital is different, so it's, I guess that's what, I think that's enough.
That's good. You can pass those around.
Yeah, here.
Okay.